I watched my drunk stepmom kiss my boyfriend on the mouth during his birthday, then laugh it off and beg me not to tell my dad like it was just a silly drunk oopsie. So my stepmom, 38F, was drunk when this happened, but it's still crazy. My boyfriend, 26M, and I, 22F, were celebrating my boyfriend's birthday. My stepmom loves to drink and she's been drunk on many occasions. Usually she just becomes a louder and chattier version of herself. She's gotten angry drunk a few times too. Maybe what kind of drunk she becomes depends on her mood. I have never gotten drunk and I don't drink alcohol, so maybe I'm ignorant on its effects, but I find it hard to believe alcohol can bring this out. Please correct me if I'm misinformed. My boyfriend was sitting on a chair, but like reverse, so he had his arms crossed, resting them on the backrest, and his head was on his arms. We were watching a game on TV and the birthday party had kind of winded down. Most of the guests were gone. I was cleaning up. My stepmom was lounging outside and smoking. I missed some of the approach, but my boyfriend said she just came up to him and she was slurring her words and the TV was loud, so when she said something to him he didn't catch it, so he gestured for her to come closer and say it in his ear. She leaned in and told him, "You're so handsome. Movie star eyes." He said he just smiled back up at her and kinda laughed it off. He could tell she was very drunk. The rest of it I saw for myself. He returned his attention back to the TV. She reached out and touched his chin to get him to look back at her, and then she leaned in and my boyfriend told me she said "Happy birthday, darling," and kissed him on the cheek and then suddenly on the mouth. If that wasn't enough, she tried to kiss him again, on the mouth, but he pushed her face. She laughed and I was so shocked I was frozen. I don't even remember what I said, but I said something. I remember my boyfriend's friend said, "Did she just kiss you?" My stepmom just laughed it off and told us don't make a big deal out of it, it was an accident. She won't so much as apologize, but when she got sober she approached me privately to tell me not to tell my dad. Would I be the jerk if I tell my dad? Or is this really just not a big deal? I don't want to cause stress for my dad, but I think this is a little too big to file away as a drunk oopsie, her words, and just forget about it. Relevant comment: she completely crossed a line with you, your boyfriend, and your father. My father is going through a divorce with a woman who is similar, drinks a lot, and is inappropriate. I caught her kissing a family friend on the lips many years ago. Now they are divorcing. I shared it with my father. He was upset because he said he suspected for years she was having affairs. I wish I had called her out at the time. My father could have left her years ago. She is now testing you, and because of her behavior I'd put money on the fact that she will try to gaslight you to your dad moving forward. You run the risk of losing your relationship with him. I'd sit him down, with your BF and with her. Say that this is uncomfortable but you'd like to put some boundaries down. She is not to flirt, kiss or touch your boyfriend ever again. If she puts it back to being drunk, then let her know she needs to get some help on that if she is going to cross boundaries every time she drinks and can't control herself. Update: 1 day later. Hi everyone. I got asked it a lot, so we'll say it here in case my comment didn't get noticed. My dad is 43 years old, so the age difference between him and my stepmom, 38, isn't super drastic. People were wondering where he was during this. He was at work. I waited until my dad was home alone. I told him what happened. We have a rocky relationship because he has poor emotional regulation. That's why my mom